rêve, Monsieur Valcourt?
Qu'est-ce qui rend ces situations d'amour si vitales?
I wish I could befriend the words again. Please don't ask me to talk.
I am Natacha Muziramakenga. I was born in a place called Lubumbashi in Congo. I wouldn't say I am one of those who always dreamt of being a performer, an actress, or an artist in general. It just happened to me. I was thinking more of becoming a scientist. That was my dream. As a child, I wanted to be an astronaut. And then later on, I was dreaming of being a writer. When I grew up, I did my first theater play. I played in a film called Un Dimanche à Kigali. It was one of those productions at the time that was coming to do some films about the genocide. I started doing some spoken word, and I would go on stage on the spoken word Rwanda. In the beginning, I used to write a lot about identity. I was obsessed with identity, with trying to understand who I am, what is my place in the world, and all that journey is what I was documenting in my poetry. Also, a lot about loss, you know, having lost my mom early in my life. That was the content of my writing. 2020 has been one of the busiest years for me in terms of creating, in terms of production. Within the month of February, I was one of the actors, which was really right before the lockdown. Things started being cancelled one by one, and I thought to myself, oh my God, this is it, this is the end. I'm not gonna have any work, especially because it was right when I had decided in December that I wasn't doing anything else but art. So the COVID situation shook me a little bit. So one of the projects that I was afraid were going to be cancelled was a project called Learning Feminism from Rwanda. Well, the idea became that we would still do what we have to do, but remotely. We had Zoom meeting. It was the hardest way of working. I do consider myself as a feminist, yes. A feminist is just someone who would like women to be treated as all human beings. A lot of the work that I've been doing, especially in 2020, has something to do with the life of women. Psychologically, how I managed to cope with these hard times of COVID was art, consuming it and making it constantly. This COVID-19 time has affected the artistic community. The positive side of it is that it brought us together. You know, it gave us time to really get to know each other. I basically spent all these months only with artists, speaking with them and create together more collaborations. Of course, on the negative side, you have the impossibility to work. It was the most affected sector. A lot of small funds came through and got available because of the COVID. So we managed also to get access to those funds to create. So somehow it saved us. And I try to be as true to what I'm trying to express as I can. I don't want the fact of being a mother to stop me from being a performer. And I don't want the fact of being a performer to stop me from being a mother. And I don't want the fact of being a woman to stop me from being anything that I want to be. I think that Rwanda is one of the countries in Africa that is ready, because We've been working so much on technology, you know. The internet is good, and I think we already have the tools. So now I think just artists will have to just jump in, just make the shift. Make the shift, don't resist. This year I've been able to get some money from exhibiting my work, for example, you know, because it's digital now. And yeah, so I think that there are ways of monetizing it.